I never thought I'd end up here. Oh, I never thought I'd end up here. Oh, yeah. I never thought I'd end up here, counting every day like a scar I gotta wear, staring at the walls like they know my fears, talking to the silence till it feels like prayer. I used to run stages, now I pace the floor. Used to hear applause, now I hear closed doors. Life flipped on me, cut me to the core. What I took for forever ain't mine anymore. People said my smile could light a room. Now it flickers like a candle running out too soon. I thought I had time, I thought I had truth, but time taught me things that youth never knew. I never thought I'd be the one to lose, be the headline story they twist and use, be the storm they watch from a safe point of view, while I drown in a fight I can't refuse. I whisper to myself, you're still alive. The hurt hits heavy, but I survive, even when hope don't come near. I never thought I'd end up here. I never thought I'd end up here, with my true dream of faith unclear. I carry every memory like a souvenir of the man I was before the fear. I never thought I'd fall this far, be buried under my own scars. But even when the night feels severe, I never thought I'd end up here. I used to dream loud, used to dream bright. Now my dreams hide somewhere deep at night. I talk to shadows just to feel alright. I talk to God like He's the last one in sight. I replay my choices like a broken tape, trying to figure out where I misshaped fate. People see the story but not the weight, not the lonely meals on a metal plate. Everyone I loved felt so far away, like I whispered for help but they couldn't hear me pray. And I tried, Lord knows I tried to stay, but some truth just don't fit in one day. And I wonder sometimes if I vanish slow, would anybody see the part of me they used to know? Would anyone whisper that boy had a glow before the world dealt its heaviest blow? My heart, hold on, stay strong, even if the nights feel twice as long, even if hope don't come near. I never thought I'd end up here. I never thought I'd end up here, breathing through a future built from fear, trying not to break, trying to persevere. But I never thought I'd fall this far, be buried under my own scars. But even when the night feels severe, I never thought, if I could rewind the clock, I would. If I could rewrite the pain, I should. But time won't barter, and life won't trade. So I stand in the ruins of the choices I made. Tell the world I'm more than my fault. Tell the ones who love me I miss them all. Tell the silence I'm learning to stand tall, even when the darkness tries to crawl. I'm not the man I was before, but I'm still fighting for something worth fighting for. And maybe when the night feels less severe, I'll understand why I ended up here. I never thought I'd end up here, but I'm still standing through every tear. And maybe one day when the sky is clear, I'll rise out of the pain that brought me here. I never thought, but maybe this fall is how I reappear. I never thought I'd end up here, but I'm still breathing, still hoping, still me, somewhere.
Once upon a time, I held the world in both hands, but the world is heavy, and when it slips, it falls hard. I was the man who had everything, dreams, light stages,
crowds that would sing. I walked into rooms like I carried spring, like the world bloomed just hearing me breathe. Money on the table, fame in the air, people all around me pretending to care. I fed every crowd without knowing the cost, 'cause when you fly too high, you forget you can get lost. My name lit up cities like neon signs. I tasted success like expensive wine. But what's the throne if it ain't divine? What's the crown worth when it ain't aligned? I had the love, had the praise, had the fire, had a story built to inspire. But all the glory I thought would never fall, that's the glory that hurt the most of all. 'Cause when they cheer for you, you think it's forever. But forever don't mean you keep it together. I was the man who had everything and lost it all in a single swing. One wrong moment, one small thing, and suddenly I'm standing with nothing. I was the man they used to applaud. Now I'm a whisper behind the fall. Life can break a giant into something small. I was the man who had everything and lost it all. I used to wake up to sunshine on gold. Now I wake up to stories that never get told. People I trusted turned distant and cold. They watch me crumble, watch the truth unfold. I walk through the world like I own the place. Now the world walks past me without a face. Every rumor sharp like a blade they trace, cutting deep into a heart they can't replace. I lost my circle, lost my name, lost myself in the echo of shame. The world I built set itself aflame, and all they remembered was the blame. But sometimes you don't know what you have until it's gone beyond your grasp. And sometimes God will let you crash just to rebuild you from the ash. When the lights went out, I finally saw me. Not the fame, not the crowd, but the man underneath. I was the man who had everything, but life took back every offering. And now I stand here wondering how fast the mighty lose their wings. I was the man who used to shine, but even stars run out of time. And when the curtain makes its fall, I was the man who had everything and lost it all. Maybe losing everything wasn't punishment. Maybe it was mercy, a chance to rewrite the man within. Maybe the world breaking me saved me from a deeper sin. I lost friends, but maybe they were never mine. I lost fame, but maybe it was blinding my mind. I lost everything I thought defined me, but maybe I needed to be redefined. Some nights I scream, some nights I pray, some nights I ask God why he took it all away. And all I hear is a whisper say, you weren't meant to stay that way. I was the man who had everything. Now I'm learning how to rise again from broken pieces, from heavy sin, from the version of me I carried then. I lost the fame, lost the core, lost the strength to stand tall. But losing everything ain't the worst of all. The worst is believing you can crawl back to grace. After the fall, I was the man who had everything and lost it all. But maybe, just maybe, losing it all is how I finally learn what everything really means. Some nights I still blame myself, and my walls start whispering back at me. I go to war with my own reflection. Some nights I still blame myself. Yeah, some nights I still blame myself for the storms that came, for the pain I felt. Even though I know life don't play fair, I rewind the tape till I can't breathe it. Yeah. I ask myself, where did I go wrong? Yeah. What line did I miss in my own song? Was I blind? Was I weak? Was my heart too soft? Or did I just trust too much and get lost? Yeah. In the silence, all my mistakes grow loud. Every rumor, every whisper from the crowd, I hold them in my hands like heavy stones, stacking them up like graves for my bones. Some nights I stare at the ceiling cracks, trying to fix the past, but it won't come back. I close my eyes and the guilt attacks, like a movie reel, looping all the facts. Some nights I still blame myself, even when I know it wasn't all my fault. I carry every tear like it's my own hell. I shoulder every fire like it's my own soul. Yeah, yeah. Some nights I still blame myself. The mind is cruel when you're left alone, but even broken hearts can learn to melt, and even guilty hands can find their home. Yeah. Some nights I still hear old voices telling me I broke my own choices. They don't know the battles I lived through, the war inside me nobody knew. They don't know the nights I tried to pray. Yeah, but the words got stuck and slipped away. Yeah, they don't know the fears I tried to hide. Yeah, the wounded child trembling inside. I'm human, but the world forgets that fast. Yeah, they freeze you in your heaviest past. Yeah, they paint your name with a permanent brush and don't care if the truth got crushed. Some nights forgiveness feels far further than freedom, further than stars. I try to forgive the man I was, but sometimes I still pause. I wish I could change those darkest years, rewrite the chapters soaked in tears, but scars stay even after you heal, and some pain you just learn to feel. And I whisper to myself, you did the best you could with what you had. Even if the world disagrees, even if some days still feel bad, some nights I still blame myself for things I couldn't stop, for things I couldn't help. But healing starts where shame once fell, and God still loves the broken shell. Yeah. Some nights I still blame myself. Whoa, but I'm learning slowly to let go, 'cause the man I Just know you ain't alone. There's someone like me, someone who holds old pain like it's gold. Even though it's heavy, even though it's cold. Some nights I blame myself, but some nights I forgive myself too. And those nights feel like a sunrise finally breaking through. I'm not perfect, I never was, but I'm still learning who I am. Because even broken people deserve new starts. Even shattered souls still have beating hearts. Some nights I still blame myself, but I don't let the guilt become my jail. I'm learning to breathe, learning the air, learning to rise from where I fell. Some nights I still blame myself, but I don't stay there anymore. I'm walking out of the fire I lived in, leaving my wounds on the floor. Some nights I still blame myself, but I know now healing is louder than blame. Yeah. Another night, another wall I stare into. Dreams used to knock, now they don't come around no more. I used to close my eyes and see stages, see light, see hope. But now it's just a ceiling and the echo of a man trying to cope. I used to fly inside my sleep like the whole world was mine to hold. But the nights got colder, darker, deeper, and the dreams, man, they stopped coming home. I keep reaching out for a future I can't touch anymore. I keep praying that the visions I lost might show up at my door. But these nights don't lie, they tell me what I'm afraid to know. That sometimes life don't rewind, it just lets the memory go. My dreams don't visit me anymore. They used to whisper who I could be, but now they're quiet, now they're ghosts, now they're shadows on the floor.
My dreams don't visit me anymore,
but I still leave the door open, still hope they'll walk in like before, yeah. My dreams don't visit me anymore. I remember nights I'd fall asleep with melodies fighting to escape. Songs would line up in my spirit like angels begging me to create. I used to wake up with fire, burning through every mistake. Now I wake up to silence that I can't seem to shake. Time moves different in this place. Minutes heavy like chains on a soul. I keep searching for the dreams I lost, but maybe they got tired of being told. Not yet,
not now, not now.
not today. Maybe they just slipped away. My dreams don't visit me anymore. They used to call my name at midnight, used to dance with me in the dark. Now I'm standing here alone. My dreams don't visit me anymore, but I still save a little pillow space, still leave a nightlight glowing in case they ever find their way home. Maybe I let them down, maybe I broke them first. Maybe dreams got feelings too, and mine walked away hurt. Maybe they're scared of the man I became, or tired of watching me fall. But God, if you see him out there, tell him I still want him, tell him I still need him, tell him I ain't giving up at all. Hold on, hold on. my future sing. My dreams don't visit me anymore, but maybe they're waiting for the sunrise, waiting for the chains to fall, waiting for me to be more. My dreams don't visit me anymore, but I keep that door wide open, 'cause hope still knows my address, and fate still sweeps my floor. If you hear me out there, come home.
Click.
Another headline with my name in it. Another stranger telling my story like they lived it. Lord, help me breathe through it. Ooh. I sit in this room with a screen glowing blue, watching versions of myself I don't even recognize. Every anchor got a different truth, every story got a different set of lies. I see pictures of a man I used to be, held up like a trophy or a warning sign. But no one shows the nights I fought or the tears I hid behind the shine. They don't know the prayers I whispered or the demons I tried to outrun. They just paint me with the darkest colors, 'cause brighter shades don't draw no one. Inside these walls, time moves slow, but out there my name runs fast. And everybody thinks they know my life by the shadows of my past. I watch my life through the news, see a world talk about me like I'm already gone. They never show the man I'm trying to be, only the story they built on their own. I watch my life through the news, hear voices saying things I never said, see pieces of a life I once lived, but none of the fight inside my head. Some nights I wanna scream at the screen, hey, that ain't me, that ain't the truth. But the walls just echo my heartbeat, and the silence becomes a proof. They don't show the letters I write, begging forgiveness in ink that bleeds. They don't show the songs on my pillow or the broken parts only God can read. I'm more than a headline, more than a story caught in rewind. But the world likes simple villains, and complicated hearts are hard to find. They take my tears, turn them into drama, take my pain, turn it into views. And I sit here, just a man with regrets, watching my life through the news.
I watch my life through the news,
Like I'm watching a stranger wear my skin. They don't show the nights I beg for mercy, only the battles I didn't win.
I watch my life through the news,
Like the world gets to choose who I am. And even though they narrate my story, they don't know the heart of this man. Maybe one day the world will hear the side I never learned to say. Maybe one day the cameras will turn and someone will look my way. Not to judge, not to mock, but to see the human under the scars. 'Cause nobody's life fits in a headline, especially not stars. I'm more than the stories they wrote.
you see,
By God, even when the world don't,
it's up.
I'm trying the volume and remind myself who I am inside. Not the man they judge on the screen, but the one who's learning to rise. One day those cameras will fade, and truth will speak louder than fame. And maybe then the world will see I'm not just the weight of my name.
I watch my life through the news,
but one day I'll tell my own story, without the noise, without the shame. One day I'll stand where the light feels warm,
not where I'm running from blame.
I'll watch my life through the news, but this ain't where my story ends. 'Cause God's still writing in the margins, and mercy don't depend on them. Yeah. Turn the cameras off someday, and maybe then I'll see my real life instead of the version on the news.
Yeah. 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 If pain had an address, if sorrow had a city, if heartbreak had a home, you'd find me there, still breathing, still praying. If pain was a place, I live there now, in a room with a window that never lets the sunlight in. Walls whisper the memories I'm trying to forget, like ghosts keep tapping on my skin. My bed feels like a witness, watching every tear that falls at night. Sometimes the darkness comforts me, 'cause at least it ain't pretending to be right. I walk the halls of my thoughts slow, stepping over moments I regret. And every time I close my eyes, the past asks me, are you healed yet? But healing ain't come easy. It ain't knocking, it ain't loud. It creeps in like a shadow and then disappears into the crowd. If pain was a place, I should call it home, 'cause I've been living here too long to run. Every door I open leads to another hurt, and every hurt reminds me what I've done. If pain was a place, I live there now, but I'm learning to breathe even through the ache, 'cause even broken floors can hold you up when your whole world starts to shake. Some mornings I wake before the guards, just to feel a moment that's my own. I sit in silence, talk to the walls, pretend I'm somewhere I've never known. Regret sits beside me like an old friend, one who never learned when to leave. He hands me pieces of my past, says, here, try to forgive this, please. And I try, Lord knows I try, but some wounds don't heal with time. Some just learn to hurt quieter, like a choir singing off key in your mind. There's days I feel like I'm drowning, and days I float just fine. But most days I'm somewhere in between, caught in the middle of yours and mine. If pain was a place, I'd still call it home. I know the streets, I know the corners of this age. I know the nights that never end, and the mornings that don't feel away. If pain was a place, I live there now, but I'm searching for a window in the dark. 'Cause even in the deepest hurt, God still leaves a spark. Some people run from their sorrow, but mind pulled up a chair. He said, "You ain't leaving until you learn what brought you here." So I breathe, I cry, I grow, slow as the sunrise, but steady as the truth. Hold on, hold on, hold on. I'm holding but my hands get tired. You're strong, you're strong. Even when the night burns like fire. Rise up, rise up. I'm trying, Lord, teach me how to rise up. Your love, love, your love, love, love. I'm holding but my hands get tired. You're strong, you're strong. Even when the night burns like fire. Rise up, rise up. I'm trying, Lord, teach me how to rise up. Maybe pain ain't a place forever. Maybe it's a season God walks us through. Maybe every tear I cried is watering a better me I never knew. I'm not the man I once was, and I'm not the man I wanna be, but somewhere between those two I pray one day I'll finally meet me. 'Cause the truth is, this place has shaped me, shaved me down to who I really am. Pain took the spotlight away, but gave me back the man. If pain was a place, I live there now, but I ain't planning on dying here. I'm waiting for the day the door swings open and freedom walks in clear. If pain was a place, I live there now, but one day I'll step outside this sorrow and breathe like I'm brand new. And when they ask where I came from, I'll say, from the hardest place I ever survived, but not the place that defined me.
Yeah. Sometimes the cruelest prison ain't made of bars. It's made of memories. The hardest thing to face is the man you used to be. The hardest part is remembering who I was. A man with light in his eyes, a voice that shook the ceiling, a heart that trusted too easy, too wide. I used to walk like the world was mine, dreams sitting on my shoulders like royalty. Crowds used to feel like family, and music was the only place I felt free. But now the mirror feels like a stranger, looking back with questions I can't answer. I see a ghost wearing my face, a shadow faded by time and disaster. I touch a glass like I'm reaching for myself, but the man I knew ain't reaching back. And every day I try to build a bridge across the distance of all I lack. The hardest part is remembering who I was, who I used to be before the noise, before the headlines stole my voice. The hardest part is remembering who I was, not the sinner they painted, not the villain they created, just the boy who wanted to be loved. I remember laughter that wasn't forced, smiles that didn't hide pain. I remember singing barefoot in studios with melodies pouring like rain. I remember hands that held mine, faces that believed in my rise. Now some of those same hands point at me like I'm a crime. It's hard to hold on to who you were when the world only sees who they say you are. Hard to find the road back home when every memory feels too far. And yeah, there were nights I blame myself, nights I wonder if I trusted wrong, nights where silence feels like judgment and regret writes its own song. The hardest part is remembering who I was, before my name turned into a battlefield, before my truth got buried under what they revealed. The hardest part is remembering who I was, when even I forget the sound of my own heart, and how it used to feel before it fell apart. Who was there before the rumors, before the anger, before the world grew colder overnight? Who was there before I learned that trust can turn into a blade when you ain't looking? Who was I when hope walked beside me instead of running it out of sight? I search for him in my prayers, I search for him in the songs I still hum. I search for him in the dark, because daylight shows what I've become. Oh, hold on, hold on. I'm holding to the pieces of the man I used to be. Yeah, oh, find. God help me find the part of him still left in me. Rise up, rise up. I'm trying, Lord, let me rise up again. Your love, Maybe the hardest part ain't remembering. Maybe it's becoming someone new. Maybe the man I was is gone, but the man I'm becoming is closer to you. I've been broken in ways I never imagined, stripped of the world I thought I needed. But sometimes God rebuilds your life with the pieces of the life that bleeded. Yeah, I'm older now, quieter now, but wiser in the ways that matter. Pain cleaned my vision, sorrow cut the noise, truth climbed out of the chatter. I may never be the man I was, but maybe, just maybe, I could be a better man than before. The hardest part is remembering who I was, but the miracle is learning who I am again. Even if the world won't hear my side, God still holds the pen. The hardest part is remembering who I am, but I'm reaching, I'm rebuilding, I'm rising, slow but true. And when they ask who I am now, I'll say I'm the man pain tried to break, but God carried through. Once the world clapped for me, hands in the air, voices loud, but now all the cheer turned into echo. I hear it in the walls, in my sleep, in the silence it speaks the truth. I can't The spotlight burned like fire, and I walked through every flame. Fame felt like heaven, but it only whispered my name. Friends lined up to smile, then vanished with the night. They cheered when I was strong, now I hear only echoes of their light. I gave it all, my blood, my voice, my soul, and still the echoes are all I hold. Every cheer was a prayer, a prayer, a prayer, a prayer. Every hand that clapped vanished in air, vanished in it, turned it into echoes, 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 echoes. All the love faded, nobody knows, but I still sing through shadow and tears. Still singing, all the cheer turned into echoes, echoes in the night, echoes in the night. The stage felt like home, now the floor's just cold. The crowd is a memory, and their hands no longer hold. I pray to God in the dark, don't let my soul fade away. The applause I chased in life now haunts me every day.
never saw the nights I cried alone, the songs I wrote in whispers, the faith I clung to when everything fell apart. We see, we hear, all the cheer may have gone, but God's light never fades. Every echo, every shadow leads me closer to grace. Closer to grace. Closer to grace. I see a stage in my mind. The lights are warm and kind. The echoes aren't empty. They remind me I survived. Pain turned to melody. Sorrow turned to song. All the cheer that vanished guides me to where I belong. All the cheer turned into echoes. All the love I lost, I still know. Every tear, every prayer, every fight, every prayer, yeah, turns in music into So when you hear my name, don't just remember the applause. Remember the echoes. The ones that survive. The ones that sing in the dark. For me and for all of us.